Hello guys, welcome to the Wealth Builders Network. Glad to see you here today. I'm glad you found us. Today I want to talk to you guys about wealth building because I know a lot of people are interested in building wealth, not necessarily knowing how to go about it, or they have some reservations about doing certain things, like investing and insurance and different types of things that you have to do to start your wealth building journey. Now, what I'd like to talk to you about today are the building blocks to building wealth and to keeping your wealth and to have your wealth passed on to your family. A lot of us think of building wealth as starting out with family members that are wealthy or inheritance, different ways. We think about, okay, we go into real estate, we can build wealth. Certainly you can. Yeah, certainly can. A lot of people do. A lot of people build tremendous wealth investing in real estate. A lot of people invest in and do a lot of different things that you would not think would be the vehicle to build wealth. But you may be able to build wealth in ways that you don't really think about. Some people get to wealthy by working, saving, and investing. There's three ways to build wealth. You can work for it. And I always say this when I have a talk. You can work for it. You can trade time for money. Okay? Trade time for money. You can inherit it. Or you can invest in businesses that their entire existence is to make shareholders wealthy. Now, a lot of us, some of us that maybe found me today, they're leery of investing, which is crazy. And I'll just say that right out, that it's really crazy for you to be afraid to invest. Now, granted, a lot of investors lose money. A lot of investors lose money. But most investors, a lot of investors, the people you see that are very wealthy, living very comfortable lives financially, they get there through investing. Okay, so we can't be at the point where we say, I don't want to invest in stock market. I don't want to invest in mutual funds. I don't know what that is. I'm not, let's just dispel all that craziness. And the people that still keep that, just, I'm not here to convince you to do anything. I'm really not. I'm not here to convince you. I live very well. I invest. I do a lot of things. I have multiple streams of income. So I do well. I'm not here to convince you of anything. So if you need convincing, I would say I'm not the one to convince you. I'm here to give you some vehicles. Now, the first building block that I would say is in your journey to building wealth is to make sure that on the way to that journey, on the way to building wealth, you have to have backup. Okay? You have to have backup. Because on your way to building wealth, you have a family, you have debts, you have responsibilities. Okay? And on your way, you're not quite there yet. Your family still needs your income. And a lot of you know where I'm going with this. And a lot of you will tune out. But let me tell you something. This is the one foolproof way. Listen, I don't tell you to do anything I don't do. I don't tell you anything. I'm not going to tell you to do anything that I don't do. But if you do not have life insurance, on your journey as your backup while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I say that. And like I said, I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. Well, let me tell you why I say that. Let me make some sense for you. Listen, you're on your way, you're building all this, you're doing this, you're doing Turo, you're doing all these different things, different forms of income. And you're building, you're saving, you got some savings there. And I'm talking to most of the people that's got a family. I don't have a family. I have a pretty large amount of life insurance for my wife just to make sure she's okay. And she's got a nice large chunk of money if something should happen to me. Because this is the only way that you pay a little, $50 a month, $100 a month. And if something happens to you, I get hit by a car, I crash in a plane when I'm traveling, I have a heart attack or whatever, I pay $100, and my wife, if I die, my wife gets this huge, and I'm not going to tell you how much, but this huge chunk of money for my little investment. That is, you have to have backup. You're responsible for your people, your children, your wife, your spouse, even in death. So when you have that, that makes sense. Don't let anybody tell you that doesn't make sense. You have a lot of other things that you do, you spend money on, vices, whatever, entertainment, whatever. But this is one of the important things that you cannot rely on. Like a lot of people GoFundMe. Hey, okay, okay. That, if you want to leave your family at the mercy of strangers, then you do that. But for a relatively small investment, each month, for as long as you need it, you get a large chunk if something should happen to you. Now, the key to that is to buy it smart. The key is to buy it smart. And that's why when I talk about life insurance, I talk about term life insurance. I don't talk about any of these other gimmicks that they're trying to sell you out there, because there are a lot of different forms of life insurance, and all of them are like casinos. The house wins. It's not you. You win, or you have the potential to win. Hopefully, never. You never have to use anything like that. But when you have term, you buy a lot for a little. That's what you want to do in business. That's the principal rule. That's the rules of business. 101. You get a lot for a little. Same thing. Protect your family. I'm going to talk to you about a lot of things over the next videos and over the next, but the one thing, the most important thing I say you need to stop and do today, if you don't already, and you've got a family, you need to seek out, get some life insurance. Now, I do a lot. One of the things I do is sell insurance. I sell a lot of insurance. I do offer life insurance, and we do offer a way that you can get life insurance, and we'll mentor you through it. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to have that in the comments. So you have that. You can give me a call. I'll mentor you through it. I'll talk you through it, and we'll talk about it. You don't have to do anything, but I'd like to talk to you about it if you're interested. So I'll have that for you. But that is, like I said, today in 2025, there's no excuse, none whatsoever, for you not realizing your dreams if one of your dreams is to be financially okay. There are several ways to do it. And like I said, multiple streams of income. I'm not telling anybody to quit their job. Don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. Keep your job until you can quit your job. But do things, seek outside of that and look at other things. A lot of you are already doing that because you know this already. You already know this. You're doing it aggressively, some, kind of dipping your toe in. But don't be afraid, because fear is what keeps you where you are. Now, if you're in a good place, hey, you don't need any of this. You already know it. You're doing it. But I'm talking to the people who are not in a good place, that want to be in a good place, and they want to listen to somebody who's in a good place. I'm in a good place. My wife and I are in a great place. And we got there, and I grew up very, very poor. Grew up very poor. Projects, grew up food stamps, everything. But I was determined. I'm not going to stay there. And I've always been entrepreneurial. I always had that drive in me that I wanted to be my own boss. So a lot of you have that. A lot of you don't. You don't need that. But there's some things that you have to do to make sure that you and your family are okay financially. Things are not getting cheaper. They're going to become more expensive. It's going to be more expensive to live. It's going to be more expensive for that wedding for your daughter or your son. It's going to be more expensive to buy that house or that nice car. So it's even more expensive to buy groceries. But take advantage of that, because as things increase, you have opportunities. Offer something. Do something that provides a service to others. Look for different things like that. Look for a product that someone may be interested in that you can do. Look for the things that give you joy in life that you can make some money. Make some money, but do not do the things that poor people do. Poor people buy burial insurance. That's what they do. They buy burial insurance. Now, I don't know what use buying insurance to bury somebody is. I've never understood that. Never understood it. That's not what it was there for. But that's what they use it for. That's not what smart people do. Smart people, see, if my life insurance is a term life insurance, but it automatically comes with burial. I mean, my wife will have enough money that if she wants to spend a little bit of money on burying me or whatever she does, I prefer cremation, but she'll have the money for that. For very little. She'll have that. So and listen, I'm talking to the ladies now. If there are any ladies on here, listen. If your man, your husband is telling you, I can't afford life insurance, I can't afford that, we can't, don't listen. You need to have a conversation with him, a serious one. Have him call me if you feel, just say, listen, you need to call this guy and have a conversation, because here's the thing. You have children with this person. You're the one left holding the bag if this person doesn't make smart financial decisions. Now, the man is the head of the household, right? But I tell you what, you guys are partners and you should talk about this. If something happens to you, honey, I know you love us, but right now, we need your income. And if we lose you, we lose that income. So what do we do? Okay, that's a serious question. What do we do? Do we go and post on GoFundMe? Is that what you want to leave your son, your daughter, your kids, your wife to do? I mean, great. They may go to GoFundMe and then raise $1 million. They may go to GoFundMe and get nothing. So you're going to leave that to chance so that you save $100, $100. Listen, my wife and I go out to dinner and spend $100. We spend $100 on dinner. And a lot of you do that too. You do it. You go out and you do it. You spend it on dinner. You spend it on all types of forms of entertainment. Without thinking that if I had a heart attack while I'm watching in my man cave and I'm watching my sports channel, if I have a heart attack right now that I'm spending $100, $200, whatever it is now on sports channel, if I have a heart attack right now, what do I leave my children, my daughters? $100 I got, $100,000 I got in a 401k? Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that. Zero. GoFundMe. My parents or my siblings take care. That's, don't do, hey, like I said, I'm not here to convince anybody. But this is what this video and this topic is. because I think this is most important. Now, next time we're gonna talk about something else. You know, I don't necessarily like to talk about life insurance, but next time. So hopefully you find me again. You subscribe to my channel, and next time we'll talk about other ways to build wealth. You know, we were talking about today making sure that you have your backup, and term life insurance is your backup. So I'll see you next time. Thank you. This is the Wealth Builders Network. I'm Bob, and see you next time. Happy building.